but Luka, whatever his name is, Luka, has absolutely no argument at all. Nothing at all. Boom, boom. Oh, he's so sad that I insulted his sky dad. Alright, deconverted man here. Well, this apologist said he was going to respond to my video, and he said he was going to perform more fallacies, and he kept his word. He performed 3 fallacies in a row, and he even said what those fallacies were. Well, he didn't say what they were, but he noticed that they were fallacies as he said them. Now, he didn't say what the fallacy was, which was an ad hominem, and also poisoning of the well. He seems to think that all atheists look like this. What, like this? Like Aaron Ra, and then he found a picture of the amazing atheist that wasn't very flattering. Do you mean look like what? Gray hair? Do you mean long hair? Do you mean like what? Exactly. I'm not sure. Do you become, when you become an atheist, do you instantly grow a beard and long hair? Is that how you think that works? If you stop being an atheist, do you suddenly lose that hair and look different? I wonder how that works. Please elaborate. Because you seem to suggest that if somebody becomes an atheist, that it's something to worry about, that you'll look like this. Oh no. That's not how reality works, idiot. And yeah, now I'm calling you idiot because, well, you attacked me, the person, so now I'm attacking you back. You don't have an argument. And you said that you thought that you had a valid argument. You don't even know what a valid argument is. And I know that because you don't know what informal logic is, nor do you know what formal logic is. Now, you might know what the word logic is, but you don't know the underlying structure of those systems because you haven't read about it. And how do I know that? Simple. You didn't make a valid and sound argument. You didn't even try to make a valid or sound argument. You said you're not good at doing that. Well, get good, buddy. I mean, if you lose at a video game, you should get good. And the only way that you're going to get good is simply to learn those systems. In this case, informal logic is easier to learn than formal logic. So, are you going to learn informal logic, Luka? Yes or no? That's a real key there. Because whether somebody is a theist or a non-theist, they should learn informal logic. More so if they want to present arguments at all. And you said that you're not presenting an argument, but that's not true. If you're defending an idea, you are implicitly giving an argument, whether you think so or not. You're giving explanations? No, that's an argumentation, whether you know it or not. Everything you say can be considered an argumentation of some sort or another if you're trying to convince somebody else that you are correct and they are incorrect. If you want people to think that you are right or even a little right, that's giving an argumentation of some sort. That you don't know that also indicates to me that you do not know informal and formal logic. I don't even know why I have my earphones on because I'm not even going to bother to play your video. I'm just going to have the link in the description so people can watch it and mock it as I did. I just laughed when you tried to insult my looks or the looks of other atheists as if that matters. I'm actually kind of surprised if you're going to stoop that low that you didn't point out that I'm missing teeth and indicate that if you were an atheist, you might lose teeth or something. What else you got there? Oh, the tag, right. You mentioned the tag argument. If you're going to be a pre-supper, I guess you have no argument at that point, but it doesn't really surprise me that you've gone to precept, given that you have absolutely nothing to offer us, even a little, other than insults and just being sad that I played a funny song that you have no humor and found unfunny. and you also seem to poison the well against that song, which is really weird. Like, if you find that song funny, then you are X, Y, and Z. Well, okay. And if somebody isn't X, Y, and Z, but they still find that song funny, then what? See, you don't have actual logical thoughts in your brain there. So precept assumes that Christianity is true, and it is about Christianity because precept was made by Christians for Christians. It developed from that system primarily. Um, it's rare, if ever, that any other religion uses it. Probably because they know better, hopefully. But essentially, it says Christianity is true, nothing else is true. And in order for anything to even make sense, Christianity has to be true. That's at the core of all precept. Now, you might find a slightly more sophisticated precept that's like, well, logic only functions if God exists, which is nonsense. Whether there is or isn't a God, logic still would have to function. And even God would be subservient to logic. But of course, since you don't know what logic is, you're not going to understand that. You know, this gray hair comes with age. And yes, I've been doing this a long time. And as far as knowing what Christianity is, I guarantee I know more about Christianity than you. Do you know who wrote any of the scriptures of the Bible? Anybody at all? Do you know when or where any of those scriptures were located, or who found them and when? Do you know how the various parts of the Bible were canonized and what method was used to canonize them? Do you know what group decided on what canon was and where they met and under what conditions they decided that? Could you name the 12 disciples off the top of your head? If not, why not? Do you care about this book that you say is very important? Or is it that you just know a little bit about it? Maybe you could quote some verses off the top of your head, and that's it. How many books are in the Bible, by the way? And which version of the Bible do you use? The New International Version? The American Revised Version? Are you a King James onlyist on top of being a preceptor? It wouldn't shock me at all if you were. But yeah, the things that I know about the Bible and Christianity in general would far surpass your knowledge any day of the week. I guarantee it. And I'm happy to prove that. So that's the problem, though. You don't care about any of that because you don't believe that you need to. All you need to do is just believe in Christ in a certain magical way. And if you have that belief, that's all that you need, right? Or, well, it depends what version of Christianity you look into, because different Christianity has different claims on how one is saved. So, Luka, please explain, how are you saved? Because your version of how to be saved might go against how somebody else presents how to be saved. So how do we know you're right? Well, your precept won't help you there, because all that does is assert that God is real, or that Jesus is real, or that Christianity is true. But it doesn't tell us which version of God or which version of Christianity is true, does it? You're going to need more arguments for that. Arguments that you can't hope to make because you don't know how to make arguments, because you don't know informal or formal logic. Because why? You're a moron? Well, duh. But why haven't you learned those things? Well, I think that you haven't learned those things is because you're afraid to learn those things. If you did learn those things, you would learn how wrong you are about everything that you have said in your past videos and in your current video that I'm responding to right now. And you're right. If I was bothering to put up a logical fallacy counter, it would have appeared every time you made an ad hominem against me and poisoned the well against atheists in general. But I don't need to. You already seem to be aware of that. Why do that? It just makes you look stupid. And since you look stupid, well, obviously your argument's going to look stupid. Now, analyzing your argument separate from you looking stupid or sounding stupid or being stupid, we realized you didn't even offer us an argument because you had no syllogism, not even a little one. You had zero there. Do you even know what a syllogism is? It's where you have at least two premises and a conclusion, Luka. So premise one, premise two, conclusion. That's a syllogism. And in order for it to be valid, do you know what that is? Because you mentioned the word valid, but you didn't present us with a valid syllogism. In order to be a valid syllogism, you need to have modus ponens, modus tallius, disjunctive syllogism, or a hypothetical syllogism format. Do you know what those formats are? No, of course not. You haven't studied, so you wouldn't know. So why are you trying to convince anybody of anything if you don't have any arguments to offer at all? If your video wasn't about arguments, then why bother with it? If it's just your opinion, who cares? If you're not interested in convincing people that you're right, then why should anybody listen to you at all? Everybody in your comment section pointed out how wrong you were in that video that I responded to with my fallacy counter. But this time, nobody's even going to care except for me, maybe. It's pretty sad, Luka. You don't have any argument or evidence or tests. All you have is precept. Now, you're clueless on the underlying mechanics of logic. So I don't know that I can help you. I think that you are too far gone already. But I will attempt to do so if you'll actually listen and not pay attention to my looks. Are you ready? Okay, time to actually learn something. You want to know what underlies logic or how logic works without a circular argument? Well, okay, it's going to take a lecture. Are you ready? I don't know. Are you? All right. So there's things called axioms. Axioms are things that are just stated to be true. And that's it. Now, you might say, well, wait a minute. But isn't that circular? No, it's not. An axiom is just stated to be true. Now, could you make God an axiom? Some people have tried to do so. But before you jump to that, first learn what an axiom is. It means just saying what it is, that's a start, but you're going to have to read and explore what it is and really understand it. Have you done that? No, I don't think so. Are you going to do that? Maybe you'll look it up and be like, oh, okay, I have the definition. But understanding isn't actually really knowing. You need to really, really grapple with it for a while. Anyways, so axioms are things that are stated as being true and you have to move on. A equals A. That's an axiom. Why? Because it is. There's no other reason. It just is. It's true, and the proof of it is that it is true. And there's no arguing against it. That's just how it is. That's not circular, and the presuppers like to think that it is because they don't understand informal or formal logic. So A equals A. That's an axiom. And it's also known as the law of identity. It means something is what it is. It can't be what it isn't. By the way, that's also another law of logic. Now, the laws of logic, as we know them, you might say, oh, laws require a lawbringer or a lawmaker. And if you say that, you're a moron. Also, you're wrong. It's more important that you're wrong than being a moron, but I'm just saying don't do that. Because, again, presuppers and some apologists like to do that sort of thing. A law is a description of reality as we understand it. And as far as we can tell, a thing is a thing. A rock is a rock. It can't not be not a rock because it's a rock. And so the law of logic applies universally and would even apply to God because God is God. God is not God. If God could stop being God, then it wouldn't be God, right? It would be some other thing, but then it wouldn't be God. So God must obey the law of identity and also the law of non-contradiction, which is A can't be not A. And also God has to obey the law of excluded middle, which is another law of logic. So God has to obey those laws of logic, and it does you no good to pretend that God's attributes are the laws of logic because God is still obeying those laws. You might say, well, without God, how do you make sense of those laws? You don't even make sense of them even if there is a God. So it's not about making sense of those laws. Well, what's your underpinning for those laws? They have to be true. That's their underpinning. Nothing further than that, even if there's a God. God is, as I said, subservient. Some people don't like that phrase because they want God to be above everything, but that's not how it would work. If there is a God, God has to be under the laws of logic. It has to be subservient to the laws of logic. If you think God can break the laws of logic, then congratulations, you have an incoherent God that can't possibly exist in any universe or any reality ever. Well done. If that's the sort of God you want to believe in, can't stop you from doing that, but nobody should ever argue with you at all or listen to anything that you have to say about God because you have an incoherent God. Do you understand now? Probably not. I don't even know that you're listening, Luka. You probably just, I made fun of him. I don't make arguments. I just say stuff on YouTube. That's not how this works. And when you make something that anyone can comment on, everybody will comment on that feels like commenting on it. And just pretending that it's not an argument doesn't negate logical fallacies that you will make, because you can make logical fallacies even when you're not making an argument. And you would understand that if you bother to read and study informal or formal logic. Now, I don't think that you have it in you to do either of those, but I hope that you'll prove me wrong one day. But I doubt you will. You're more interested in looks and appearance and what people do is in regards to exercising or whatever, or if they have friends or not, as if those things were relevant to whether or not you had an argument or not. You don't have an argument. And when you turn to precept, you definitely don't have an argument. And you've also given up on logic when you go to precept, because precept doesn't care about logic. It pretends to use logic and pretends to care about logic, but all it does is circular nonsense. And you don't understand it because you don't understand logic. And usually preceptors don't bother to learn informal logic. So I doubt that you ever will. Because if you did learn it, you would learn that you were wrong. Being wrong is something that you couldn't hope to want to be, is it? Because you might get some gray hair or grow a beard or long hair or something, right? Because that's how that works. Luka, when you feel like returning to reality, or if you ever feel like coming to reality in the first place, let me know. I'll help you to learn informal logic if you don't want to do it on your own. And I'll forgive you of your sins of insulting me and other atheists if you ask for forgiveness from me. Don't ask it from God. If there is a God, I don't think it would let you off on this case. Because really, you went after me and my other atheists, which isn't an argument and doesn't make anyone want to be around you or be attracted to your beliefs. You get more bees with flowers than you do with vinegar. Anyways, so you lost. In fact, you never even had a chance to win in the first place. And you didn't like the song? Well, too bad. Now, I'm not going to bother to make more songs against what you're saying because really, there's no bother at all. I didn't even need a script this time. It's that bad. We have nothing from you. No evidence at all. No empirical evidence. No repeatable test. No anything. Not even a valid argument, let alone, and of course you can't have a sound argument if you don't have a valid one. You don't understand how logic works? Of course you don't. You haven't studied it. Instead of going to precept and thinking that that is a good argument, why not learn informal logic? Then you can find out if it is or isn't a good argument. Well, Luka, I doubt you'll respond and let us know why you have yet to learn informal logic and give us all sorts of excuses to why you're not going to ever learn it. Or maybe you'll prove us wrong and actually learn it. After all, everybody that learns informal logic has lots of friends and always works out. All right. What you got, Math Pig? You can't say good stuff about Luka. Get out of here trying to say stuff about Luka being good. I was telling my extant friend about you yesterday. What, me? Not you? You, me, you. Okay. Or were you talking about Luka yesterday, Math Pig? I'm pulling no punches today. I never pull punches. And ignoring the chat is the lobster way. Well, that is correct. I was ignoring chat, but now I'm not. Also, I forgot to mention to Luka that he could stop listening to the video because I was reading chat, but I don't think that he's listening to this video anyways, or will listen to this video. But again, I could be wrong. Go check out his video if you want. Don't forget to give it a downvote because I did. And if you're going to comment on this video, I would encourage you to say, no lobster for you, because that'll be like referencing Seinfeld and the no soup for you. You know what? Never mind. Just comment on my stuff because I want the engagement. Don't give him engagement. Until next time. Wait. No, I've got something. Hold on. Let's see. Where is it? Let's see. Let's see. Where is it? Pretty sure this is it. Hold on. Make sure. Don't know that this is it or not. If it will play her, that also would help. Okay, it's not playing. Hello, play. Here we go. Yes. I got it. Here we go. All right. Let's see. How do I slides and PDF? I don't know slides. No. Okay. Wait. Oh. It's going to get there. It will totally be worth it once I get it going. You know what? I can't get it going. Screw this. No, I'm not giving up. Nope. I know what I'm doing. No, that's his video. Stop sharing his video. Oh my God. You know what? I should end the stream, but I'm going to keep going until I figure out how to share this file. Oh wait, why don't I just do that? That would be the easiest way, wouldn't it? Oh, there we go. Hey, look, there we go. All right, here we go. Finally. Yeah, in the butt, and yeah, in the butt, and yeah, in the butt. Remember, if you like that song, then you are an amazing, awesome, epic person who is also very humble and the smartest person in the world. One more time? Yeah, one more time. Yeah. No sound? Oh, we can't hear song? Oh, well, trust me, it's good. If you like the song, just believe me. Just believe me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. We're done. We don't care about the song anymore. All right, fine. Jeez. Yeah, you want to hear the song? I have it in the other video. I mean, All right, so let's just get to that. Let's just skip to that. Let's just go to there and because I know that I did it in the end here. So in the end. All right, here we go. All right, so I'll just show my own video and do it that way. Okay. Also share tab audio. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Luka's a cope. Okay. Here we go.
And Jesus, yeah, in the butt, dude, Jesus, in the butt like me.
Yeah.
And
See?
Jesus, yeah, in the butt, dude, Jesus, in the butt like me. I love it. He will forgive your sins if you do it. It's true. That is what.
Yeah, there you go. So you must do that to get forgiveness from Jesus. Imagine though if that was written in the Bible. Just think about it. Like what if it was? What if that's how you got salvation? I mean, why not? Could be, for all you know. Luka didn't like that song though. Anyways, all right, that was not worth it at all. I should edit this part out of the video. It's a live video. I guess I can't. Well, technically I could. Anyways, that's all for now. He doesn't have an argument, so it was better silent. Yeah, thanks, Matt Big. All right. Until next time, be skeptical. And after next time, stay skeptical. Because if you don't, you might wind up looking like Luca, and nobody wants that.